Sir Isaac Newton, one of history's greatest scientists, is best known for his groundbreaking work in physics and mathematics. However, he was also deeply interested in optics, the study of light and vision. One of his lesser-known, but strikingly unusual, experiments involved a self-inflicted test in which Newton inserted a needle into his own eye to explore the nature of color and vision. This curious and somewhat disturbing experiment highlights both Newton's relentless curiosity and his willingness to push the boundaries of scientific inquiry. In his early 20s, around 1665, Newton was fascinated by how the human eye perceives light and color. He conducted various experiments to understand the mechanics of vision, one of which involved inserting a bodkin, a long, blunt needle, between his eye and the bone of his skull. Newton did this to physically manipulate his eye in an effort to alter his vision and observe how changes in pressure might affect the appearance of light and color. In his own words, Newton described how he used the bodkin to press my eye almost to the bottom. This process created visual disturbances, such as the appearance of bright spots, circles, and colors, even though no light was entering his eye. Newton's experiment demonstrated that the sensation of light could be generated through mechanical pressure on the eye, suggesting that vision was not solely dependent on external light, but also on internal processes within the eye and brain. From this experiment, Newton made several important observations. Phosphenes. By pressing on his eye, Newton experienced what are now known as phosphenes, the flashes or patterns of light that occur when pressure is applied to the eyeball, even in the absence of actual light. These phosphenes showed that the perception of light could be triggered by internal, mechanical forces rather than external light sources. The interaction of light and vision. Newton's experiment led him to hypothesize that light was not simply something that enters the eye from external sources, but that the sensation of vision could be influenced by the physical structure and function of the eye itself. This idea later contributed to his development of theories on the nature of light and color. While this particular experiment was highly unusual and somewhat dangerous, it was part of a larger body of work that Newton conducted in the field of optics. His most significant contributions came later, when he used prisms to demonstrate that white light is made up of a spectrum of colors. His work on the refraction of light and his discovery that different colors of light refract at different angles laid the foundation for much of modern optics. Newton's willingness to experiment on himself, even in ways that seem extreme by today's standards, reflects the experimental nature of early science, where direct observation and physical manipulation were key to discovering how the natural world functioned. His bodkin experiment, while not as celebrated as his work on gravity or calculus, reveals his determination to understand vision at a fundamental level. Newton's experiment of inserting a needle into his own eye remains one of the most bizarre and daring investigations in the history of science. Though it may seem reckless, it underscores Newton's insatiable curiosity and his desire to explore how vision and light work. This experiment, alongside his other groundbreaking work in optics, paved the way for modern understandings of light, vision, and color, demonstrating Newton's genius in connecting the physical and perceptual aspects of natural phenomena.